Hey guys, so this video is going to be my first part in the De La Riva passing overview. So the first section, I'm going to go through all of the main passes that you can use in the De La Riva Guard. There's 9. And then after that, I'm going to go into, on the next video, the part 2, I'm going to go into all the different ways the guy can control the De La Riva so that you have a good option for what to do in each situation. Okay, so let's define the position real quick. So when I say De La Riva, what I really mean is the guy is holding my ankle here with the left hand, right? The De La Riva hook sometimes will be in, sometimes won't be. So the main thing is that this leg is being controlled either by the ankle, sometimes they hug the leg, sometimes they grab the pants. There's a lot of variations. I'm gonna get into that more in the second part of the series, because that's how he's controlling with this right hand and left hand is gonna dictate which pass you choose to use, okay? So it's important to understand what the position is, right? The actual De La Riva hook itself can be in there even if he has both sleeves, he has collar sleeves, and those are very different positions, right? So the focus is he's controlling the leg. And then from here, we're gonna build the passes. A lot of guards, like it's hard to get to, right? Like the closed guard, the guy has to establish it. It's like really difficult. De La Riva, all he's gotta do is grab your ankle, and the guy can, from here, he can like control, he can rest, he can set up tons of offense. So it's probably the most common position in modern jiu-jitsu. And for that reason, both the person on bottom needs to know how to play it and the person on top needs to understand how to shut it down. So we're gonna start out by defining all of the common passes in the position. So I'm not gonna go super in depth on the passes. I'm just gonna explain what they are, where they come from, and then explain what controls he can have that will make your decision process. Okay, so the first one I like to focus on is just the knee cut. So in some manner, I'm gonna trap this foot in between my legs. Once I trap, I can have the lapel, I can have the leg, I can do an underhook. There's a lot of different variations, but I'm gonna get my knee up through the center towards like the armpit. Somehow I'm gonna get up through this position and create a knee cut pass position, all right? So when I'm initiating the pass, he'll know that's coming because I'm looking to trap the leg. You can't knee cut with the leg out, okay? Next one is the leg drag, right? Super common, super popular pass. You can cross grip. I like to be on the same side. And in some manner, you're taking this leg and pulling it across the body, right? From here, you finish your pass here. I like my elbow and knee tight on the outside. A lot of people go in here. That's great too. Personally, I find you get sucked into 50-50 more, so I like to finish out here. So basically, that's the leg drag. The other option is the reverse leg drag, which is basically passing towards the De La Riva hook, right? So instead of pulling across, I would grab this ankle, or sometimes I have the pants, it depends on what he's doing, and I pull to this side, and I end up passing towards the right side, towards the De La Riva leg, all right? Another one is the folding pass. So basically, I trap this leg. This one goes really well together with a knee cut. So you have the leg trapped, and instead of knee cutting, we're gonna focus on turning our foot out and smashing to the side. I'm gonna use my chest to smash his leg down, like this in some way, right? Here I have my chest heavy. From here, I can bring this foot over and pass towards the left. You can also bring this right knee up here and swing up and come up for a mount position. You see like Lucas Lepre, Otavio Souza, Adolfo Vieira, Buchecha use those passes a lot. So then one of the other passes is where here I'm killing the leg, I trap. So sometimes it's like hard to cut and it's just kind of difficult for whatever reason. So what I'll do is I pull this lapel, or sometimes I just kind of use the timing right, and I'll push this leg through and sit down on it. Once I sit down on it, he can't bump me, I have my weight back. And then from here I can decide to either smash pass towards mount, I can underhook and switch for a cut, it just depends on what he does, okay?
Entre os dois, ainda era faixa marrom, hoje já graduado faixa preta, uma faixa de maior peso aí na cintura, mas o jiu-jitsu tão afiado, despontando nos últimos anos aí, como o cara ser batido no peso leve, e apesar de peso leve, volta e meia luta.
Next one is you can do any form of stack pass, right? Sometimes the guy will have his leg up or something, and I'll use my knee, shin, I'll get under the ankles and put some stack pressure. You can go for a stack from here. A lot of different stack variations. You can also, another variation of stack pass would be dropping and trying to get under on the lapels and creating more of like a classic double under style pass. you can go for that from here. Another option, this is one of my favorites, is if this leg is out here like this, I can kill this leg and drop my shin over the knee, and I drop here towards this position, okay? I just call it the De La Riva side knee smash. Another one is, I just call it the Shin Slide, but basically it's me just trying to get out of the position in general. So maybe the guy's De La Riva is really difficult. I feel better passing from a distance or in a different position. So what I do is I turn my right foot out wide and I drop my shin over his shin. Like this, right? So I would drop here and switch out. That'll often break his grip. Now I can come up and try to Toreando to this side, go back the other way, start setting up different stuff.
O público se manifesta, restando pouco mais de 4 minutos para o fim da luta.
Another one you can do, if he's on my ankle, like with this grip here, like this, is I push his legs in, step back, turn my toes in, and kick out. From there, I've cleared the ankle grip. I can try for Toreandos, and come back in, set up a cut. Okay, so again, in that case, you're just breaking the position. So now, like, so I gave you guys, like, I think it was like 8 passes. I'll put in the description the name of all the passes so you guys can look there. So now the thing is, you may have like 8 pass options. You don't have to use them all, but it is important that you have multiple options. One of the biggest mistakes I see with guys trying to pass the De La Riva guard is they have like they're like, I leg drag, right? It's like you have to have multiple options. If I'm fighting someone, I only leg drag, I cross grip and do it like the classic way like this. If he takes his foot and just tucks it under here and he stays hidden with it, it's really hard to leg drag. But if you have a good knee cut, then he's just giving you the knee cut or a folding pass. So you need to learn to mix these things. Just like if you were doing striking, you would have to have a mix of combos. You can't just only throw right punches unless you're like, like a redneck street fighter or Tank Abbott, right? You have to have like a jab, a cross, a hook, an uppercut to create combos. Every technique in jiu-jitsu comes from a position, right? So you have to decide the technique you want to work on and then pick the position it comes from and learn how that technique fits in with all the other options. That's the purpose of this video, is to give you guys an overview of the position. And then in the next videos, I'm going to go more in depth on the specific situations. All right, guys, so on part 2 of this series, I'm going to go into all the different ways the guy can control you in De La Riva and then try to help give you some guidance on what passes are the correct to choose at that time. Also, I want to talk about how I'm trying to use my social media platform to help instruct online. So I found that like YouTube is a good place for me to do like one big video a week that's like comprehensive or something very big. But there's a lot of small details that are harder to get on one big film clip, otherwise the thing gets too long. So I'm using my Instagram as a main platform for constantly updating stuff I'm doing in class, like small little details like hold the sleeve this way, or if they do this, you do that. I'm often answering specific questions my students asks in the class about the same positions I'm going over with you guys on video. So follow me on Instagram at JohnThomasBJJ, because it's going to really help if I can kind of bounce back and forth between those 2 platforms. All right, guys, as always, the best way to help is if you guys like and comment. It helps me grow the channel a lot, and subscribe as well. Thanks a lot, guys.